Hey guys, today we're just going to clean the exhaust pipes, just give them a bit of a polish. Usually you can just use a sponge and give them a quick wipe and they'll turn up shiny like this one here. That's slightly dirty. Obviously it's the carbon buildup on the exhaust that can stain if it's not cleaned regularly. And here you can see it's got a bit of sand grit on, or sand grit, it's got a bit of sandpaper that's, the grit was too low, so it's left some lines and marks in there. So what we're going to do is use some 1500 first and then some 2000 grit paper here. Okay, this is wet and dry to provide some lubrication. We're going to use some water and a little bit of dishwashing liquid, and then towards the end we're just going to use some polishing tips with the drill, as you may have seen in previous videos that I've done for the bolts, etc., just to bring up the shine hopefully. That's all I've got at the moment. You could also go up to 3000, 4000 grit I guess, but my local store doesn't stock that as far as I'm aware, and they're out of sandpaper recently for quite a while. So I'm just going to give it a attempt, just see how it looks. Alright guys, a bit of an impromptu video today because I'm still waiting to get the bolt out, which will be tomorrow, and then the scratch will be painted by a mobile company on Friday, so hopefully I'll update if they let me film. Cheers. Okay guys, the 1500 grit wasn't really doing it. These couple of grooves are still in there. What I should have done from the start is, well, I'm going from 800, then 1500, then 2000. I can't go any higher than 2000 because the store doesn't stock any of that. I think I've mentioned that before. So I popped down there and they're basically out of every kind of sandpaper except for 800, which is fortuitous for me. But there's a worldwide shortage of all sorts of stuff. I even tried to get isopropyl alcohol and they don't even have that anymore. So yeah, so we're going to start with 800 like I really should have. Actually, maybe 600, but they don't have that either, I don't think. So yeah, we'll try that again and then try to go with the polishing tool. We'll see how we go with that anyway. So we'll continue with the 800, then the 1500, then the 2000 and see how we go. Cheers guys. Finger's bleeding. Ouch. Guys, I had to conserve my battery, but I've been hitting it with the 800 now. Put on some gloves to save my fingers from falling off, and I removed that large scratch there was. Okay, so now it's just a dull shiny. So now we're going to hit it up to 1000, then I'm going to go to 2000. So I'll just cut in and out just to see how much battery I've got left, and then we'll go into the drill with the polishing, and that should pull it all up and we should be good. So yeah, I'll update you on that. Cheers. Next is the 1500. We'll start up with this one. Okay guys, so I've been using the 1500 grit. You can see there it's really starting to come back now. So last of all will be the 2000 grit. Just remember too to make sure you continuously wet it, otherwise the steel will just clog up the sandpaper, especially with this finer grit, and you won't be doing much. Sorry about that. That's emergency vehicles are often around here. So yeah, so we'll go to the 2000 grit next and sand that down, and then we'll move on to polishing. So it's slowly getting there. I've got rid of those 2 large scratches that were really irritating me, which is nice. Alright guys, cheers. We have the 2000 grit, so we'll chop that up into squares, and we'll go with this one next. I've already cut off a strip here, so we'll just cut that up and off we go. I'm just focusing on the bottom here too, because the rest is fine, so obviously this all applies to the entire one. If you can take off the tip, it'll probably be much easier if you had a rotary tool. Save some wear and tear on your hands. Okay guys, I think I've gone as far as I can with the 2000 grit. As you can see there, it's looking actually pretty nice, but again we want to finish up the finish actually, just so it looks like this one over here. Okay, so I've got a slightly more abrasive one just to get rid of any other swirl marks. Okay, you get at your local auto parts store, and then we'll finish with this. I think it's, what is this, cotton? I'm pretty sure it is. We'll finish off with this one with the polish, and that'll be it hopefully. So yeah, we'll see how we go. So what I did first was use this one. I think this was a little bit too abrasive for what I needed. I think this would be better for the stainless steel that hasn't been polished yet, but I did it quickly and it seemed to smooth out all the bits and bobs. What I've been doing is using this cotton polish. This is a tapered version here. The square one would do just as well, I guess. So yeah, and using again what I've been using for quite a while now. Just checking it's recording. The Autosol metal polish. Okay, this has been working quite well, so we'll just continue what we're doing here, and I'll show you the results. Also let the polish do the work too. You don't really need to apply too much pressure, so just do it evenly and it should be fine. And there we have it. I could go on and do it much longer, especially up on the edge here, but it's turned out quite well. It actually looks shinier than that one now, so I'll just finish that one as well, and we'll be done for today. Tomorrow I'll be getting the bolt removed hopefully, and the day after that, as I've said before, this scratch will be getting painted, so I'll try to get all that up when I can. But that's how you polish your exhaust tips. Alright, so I'll just do the other one, and yeah, that'll be it. Cheers. There guys, that'll just about do it. I didn't sand this one down, it was already fine, but looking at this one now, that one looks way better, so I might sand this one down eventually when my fingers heal. But yeah, I've done a bit under the exhaust as well there, as you can see. Can't really get a good shot down there. If I get a proper jack and some jack stands, I'll really go to town with the rest of it. Maybe paint some stuff under there, but until then, yeah, it turned out quite good. Can't really get a double shot there, but you get the idea. So that's polishing your exhaust. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.